everyone, welcome to a very interesting session of game development. So tell me, how are you? Is everything on track? Yes, that sounds good. So in this class, you guys are going to study something which is really interesting. And do you want to know what it is? Yes, I'll tell you. So in this class, you guys are going to study a Skybound Dragonfly game using Scratch. Yes, you heard it right. So first, I will share you a demo video of the working of Skybound Dragonfly game in Scratch. So come, let's explore it now. See what happens once I click the green flag and use arrow keys? Can you see that? Yes, the dragonfly move and the score changes, right? Yes, it seems interesting, right? Yes. So do you want to know how we make it? Yes, let's see that. Such a project like Skybound Dragonfly, you will have to be aware of the coding concepts behind it, right? Yes. So first, let's see what are the concepts that you will be exploring in today's class. So in this class, as I had already mentioned, you will be studying a Skybound Dragonfly game in Scratch, and from that you will study coding concepts like what is keep press block, what is looks block, what is sensing block, and you will learn conditional statements like what is if then and if else. And not only that, you will explore the concepts of loop, mainly forever loop from the session. Yes. Now tell me, have you been onto these topics ever before? No? Is it entirely the first time that you are learning such topics? Okay, no problem at all. I'll be there with you to guide you in this. For that, the only thing that you will have to do is to follow my instruction. Now, it's your turn. Please do open your Scratch platform. Yes, have you opened it? Yes, in the game that I had already shown you, whether there was a cat in that game? No, right? So this cat feels unwanted here, right? Yes, so it's time to delete it off now. Yes, have you done it? I'll tell you, while creating a game in Scratch, you will have to do two steps, right? Yes, the first thing is the designing part and the second part is the coding part. So first, let's do the designing part. That is, it's time to add a sprite and backdrop. So tell me, what is sprite? Yes, you said it right. The character or the group of characters used in a game is called a sprite, right? Yes, so now it's time to add sprite. So if you please click on the sprite panel and choose the first icon, which is to search from the Scratch library, and then search for Dragonfly. Yes, have you chosen it? Good. So now it's time to add the backdrop. Before that, tell me, what is your idea on backdrop? What is backdrop? Yes, you said it right. Backdrop means the stage or the area where a sprite is being presented, right? Yes, so if you want to add the backdrop also, go for the same procedure that you have done for adding the sprite. That is, click on the backdrop panel, choose the first icon which is to search from the Scratch library, and then go and search for Chunker. Yes, have you taken your backdrop and your sprite now? Wow, good. So, have you noticed something over there? Yes, something is not right in that designing. And what's it? Yes, the size of the dragonfly is much bigger, right? Yes, now it's my turn. I'm going to reduce its size. So click on size and change its size to 80. Yes, now it seems better, right? Yes, it's your turn now. Please change the size of dragonfly to 80 now. Have you done it? Yes, so which means now we are all set ready with the designing part, right? And now it's time to move on to the coding part. Yes, now tell me, if you want to mark the beginning of an event in Scratch, which is the block that you'll go for? Yes, it is the event block, right? Yes, it is the event block that is going to start the beginning of all events, right? Yes, they are used as beginners in a Scratch programming. Yes, so from the event block, I'm going to choose when green flag click. Yes, they are going to act as starters in this program. So whenever this green flag block is triggered, the blocks under it will be getting executed. Yes, now it's your time. Please drag when green flag click to the algorithm part. Yes, have you done it? Yes, idea what this game is actually. Yes, I know, I had already shown you a demo video, right? What is the idea that you have captured about the game from there? Yes, I'll tell you in simple words. See, we'll be creating a dragonfly, and whenever this dragonfly goes up, a score will be increased, and whenever it comes down, a score will be getting reduced. So we had a score maximum to win in a game, right? Yes. Now tell me, do you have any idea what this game is? Yes, I know. I have already shown you a demo video of this game, right? Yes, and from that you might have gained a little knowledge on what the game is. Am I right? Yes, actually, this game is like we'll be setting some blocks, and using these blocks we can move the dragonfly, or we can make the dragonfly fly upwards and downwards. And whenever this dragonfly is flying upwards, your score will be increased, and whenever it comes down, your score get reduced. This is a game that we are creating here. So yes, some actions have to be repeated again and again, right? Yes. And do you know which is the set of blocks that we will go for that? And do you know which is the set of blocks that we will go for if we want to repeat an action continuously? Yes, she said it right. They are the forever loop from the control blocks, right? Yes, the purpose of this forever loop is that if you want to repeat an action continuously again and again with zero end, that is, with no end, if you want to repeat an action repeatedly again and again, you will have to go for the forever loop. So, those actions which have to be repeated again must be entered inside this forever loop. I think the concept is clear for you, right? Yes, so now I'm going to add the set of blocks which will make my dragonfly go upwards and downwards, okay? Yes, are you guys ready for that? Wow, that sounds good. So if you are ready, then it's time to explore the other set of blocks which I told you will be studying in the beginning of the session, and they are what conditional statements is. Yes, it's your time now. Tell me, do you have any idea what these conditional statements are? Yes, conditional statements means they act only if certain conditions are met. That is, if certain conditions are met, then blocks inside it will be getting executed. If no, they will exit out of the loop. And one such conditional statement is if then. If then means if this particular condition is satisfied, then the blocks inside it will be getting executed. So here I am going to give the condition using sensing block. And do you know what is the purpose of the sensing block? Yes, you have your sense organs, right? Just like eyes, nose, ears, tongue, skin, etc. So in the same way, there is a set of blocks in Scratch called as sensing block, and the purpose of the sensing block is to detect the things. Yes, so from the sensing block, I am going to use the option key press block. Yes. Yes, why do I use the key press? Yes, so here I can control my dragonfly using the keys in my keyboard once I use this kind of blocks, okay? So here, once I drop it down, you can see that there is different types of arrows like up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, left arrow, and some of the alphanumeric codes, right? So once I drop it down, you can see that there are different arrows like up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, left arrow, and a set of alphanumeric codes, right? Yes, so using this, you can control your dragonfly. So from that, I'm going to use the up arrow first. Yes, I'm going to make my dragonfly go upwards first, and I'll give conditions and set the block which suits the up arrow now. Yes, it's your turn. Please do till here, all of you. Have you done it? Good. Yes, so now tell me, what should be happening once the up arrow is being pressed? Wow, you said it right. Once the up arrow is being pressed, the dragonfly had to go upwards or flew upwards, right? Yes, you heard it right. An action related to movement, right? Yes, so of course they will have to go for the motion block for that. Why motion block? Any idea? Yes, you said it right. Every actions of the sprite, if it's related to movement, you will have to go for the motion block for that. So, from the motion block, which, yes, as this dragonfly want to fly upwards, that is, the change in y direction and positive coordinate, you will have to use change y by. Yes, there is an option like that. Can you see that? Yes, then drag and drop it inside the block of if then of up arrow. Yes, have you done it? Good. And see, I'm going to change the number to 5. Yes, it's your time now. If you please change the number to 5 now. Yes, so whenever this up arrow is being pressed, the dragonfly will go upwards by a step of 5, right? Yes, and do you know something? There are different costumes for this dragonfly. Just click on the costumes and see. Yes, with its wings upwards and also with its wings downwards. Can you see that? Yes, so which means once the dragonfly is going upwards, let's use the costume which is related to its wings upwards, right? Yes, and for that, which is the block that we will have to go for? Any idea? Yes, I'll tell you. It is the looks block. And why looks block? Yes, the appearance. See, every appearance of the sprite, not only the appearance, but also say and think comments of the sprite are being controlled by a set of blocks, and this is called as the looks block. That is the purple colored blocks, which is down of the motion block. So if you please click on the looks block and choose the next costume from there, then drag and drop it under change y by 5. Have you done it? It's your time, please do it now. Yes, so now what happens is that once the green flag is pressed and when we click on the up arrow, the dragonfly go upwards, right? Yes, with its wings upwards, and let's add a delay to that. That is, let's add wait 1 second. Yes, it's your time. Please add that block now. So the purpose of this wait 1 second is that it will be introducing a delay of 1 second before the next block is getting executed. Yes, please add it onto the algorithm part now. Have you done it? Yes, good. Yes, so now all the conditions which must be satisfied related to the up arrow is being done. So now it's time to move on to the next set of blocks, that is the other conditional statements, that is the other set of blocks which must be executed once the condition of pressing the down arrow is being satisfied, right? Yes, so it's your time now. Go back to the conditional statements of if then again. Yes, then drag and drop it inside the algorithm part. Make sure that you place this also inside the forever loop, because this action is also something which is to be repeated again and again with 0 end. Yes, please drag and drop it there. Have you done it? Yes, so now I'm going to give the condition which must be satisfied once I'm pressing the down arrow, okay? So I have to go to which block now? Yes, you said it right. I have to go to the sensing block, right? Yes, so from the sensing block, again I have to use the key press block, and from there this time I have to drop the space bar and use what? Yes, down arrow. It's your time, please do it all of you. Yes, so once this down arrow is being pressed, what must be happening for the dragonfly? Yes, it must come downwards in a vertical way, right? Yes, so which is the block that will go for from the motion session? Yes, you said it right. We had to use for change y by again, right? Yes, so now tell me, we are coming down, right? And y-axis, so will it be positive or negative? Wow, you said it right. It's negative, right? Yes, so change the number now to -5. Have you done it? So once it comes downwards, then its costume must be like its wings downwards, right? Yes, so again, go back to the looks category and choose the option of next costume. It's your time, please do it all of you. Have you done it? Good. So now again we have to introduce a time gap, right? Yes. So for that, it's your time. Tell me, which is a block where wait 1 second is being presented? Yes, it's inside the control block. Yes, so go to the control block and choose wait 1 second. Yes, so now we had introduced a time gap of 1 second. So now I will explain the card again to you. So now what happens is that whenever the green flag is being pressed, there is two set of blocks to be executed, right? Yes, one set of blocks go with the conditional statements of if then once up arrow is being pressed. That is, the dragonfly will go upwards, changes its costume, and then wait for a second. And the other thing is that once the down arrow is being pressed, the dragonfly come downwards with its next costume and wait for a second, right? Yes. Are you ready with it now? Are you? Tell me. Yes. So now let's see that in the presentation view. Okay. Let's see what happens. I'm going to press the green flag. Wow, you see that? The dragonfly go upwards, and once I use it down, and once I use the down arrow, the dragonfly come downwards, right? Yes. Yes, but there was something else which I had told you in the beginning of the session. And what was it? Yes, you said it right. We had to introduce a score, right? Yes. Whatever be the game, we had to introduce a score to know whether we lose or win in that game, right? Yes. And do you know how are we introducing the score to the game? You can do it by using a set of blocks which is almost the second last set of blocks, and they are called as variable blocks. And using these variable blocks, you can add scores into your game. So for that, you have to click on a make a variable option. Yes, it's your turn. Please click on make a variable. Yes, and then you can add score points or anything that you want to enter and give OK by using the default option. Can you see that? Yes, now the scoreboard appears, right? Yes, can you see that? Yes, so now the scoreboard appears, right? Yes, and how are we going to earn scores from this? Wow, you said it right. Once the dragonfly go upwards, our score keeps increasing, and when it comes downwards, the score keeps changing, right? But initially, that is before beginning a game, we have to set the score to 0, right? Yes. So can you see that set my variable to 0 block? Yes. Drag and drop it above the forever block. And then change my variable to score. Yes. So now you had set the initial score as 0, and once the up arrow is being pressed, you have to change the score by 1, right? Yes. It's your turn. Please do it, all of you. Please make the initial score to 0 and please choose change score by 1 inside the conditional statements of up arrow. Have you done it? Good. Yes, so now what must be happening if the down arrow is being pressed? Yes, the score must be reduced by 1, right? Yes, so change score by -1. So use the drop menu and change score to -1. It's your time to do till here. Have you done it? Good. So now let's play the game, right? Yes, so if you please click on the presentation view and then click the green flag and now see what happens. Yes, the dragonfly go upwards, wait for a second and change its score to 1, right? Yes, and again I press the up arrow, it wait for a second by changing its costume and then change the score to 2, right? Yes, and now once again if I press the up arrow, yes, the same procedure happens. And now see what happens once I'm pressing the down arrow. Yes, you see that. With 1 second delay, its score changes to 2. And now it reduced to 1. Once I again press the down arrow. You can see that? Yes, it's your turn. Just play the game and see what happens. You see that? Isn't it really interesting? Yes, so now you're all set ready with your Skybound Dragonfly game. So which means now it's time to wind up. That means let's recap what are the lessons that we have learned in this class. So in this class, as I had already told you, you have learned a Skybound Dragonfly game, and from this class you had studied the concept of key press block, which was inside the sensing block, and the purpose of the sensing block was to detect the things, right? Yes, and in the same way that your sense organs detect. So from the sensing block we studied key press block. So using the key press block and using the keys, so by using the key press block you can use your key. So by using the key press block you can control the sprite by the help of your arrows in the keyboard, right? Yes, and then you studied the purpose of looks block, and from that you studied how to change the costume, right? Yes, and the purpose of the looks block was that is to control the appearance and the looks of the sprite, right? In the same way its name denote. And then you learned conditional statements like if then, that is the act once the given condition, that is those statements that act once the given condition is being met, right? Yes, as so you studied if then from the control block, and not only that, you studied how to introduce a time gap. So for that, you use the block wait 1 second from control block again to introduce a time gap between the score being displayed for a Skybound Dragonfly, right? Yes. And then finally you studied how to add score using variable blocks, right? So you are using a set of blocks like set score and also change score after making a variable, right? By making a variable, right? Yes. So using that, you learned how to add score into your game. Yes. Was it interesting? So by using all these concepts, you learned how to make a Skybound Dragonfly game in scratch, right? Yes. So that's all about this session. Thank you all for your participation. Have a nice day. Bye. Take care.